Thailand, famous for its stunning beaches, vibrant street food, and bustling tourist hotspots, has always been a country of contrasts and surprises. But beneath the surface, its political landscape has long been a stage for dramatic power struggles and shifting alliances. Recently, Thailand has been making headlines for a different reason. A political drama that's as gripping as any primetime TV series, with real consequences for millions. The no-confidence showdown is just the latest chapter in a long history of political turbulence, coups, and mass protests that have shaped the nation's modern identity. This week, the Thai parliament transformed into a battleground of ideas and accusations, as opposition parties, led by figures like Pitalim Jaroenrat of Move Forward and Cholnan Srikao of Pheu Thai, united to launch a high-stakes no-confidence motion against Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul. The opposition didn't hold back, accusing the government of incompetence, mismanagement, and leading the nation down a dangerous path. The parliamentary floor became a high-stakes arena where every word mattered, echoing past confrontations that have toppled governments before. Across the country, people watched anxiously as lawmakers debated everything from the struggling economy and rising living costs to simmering border tensions and questions of national security. Social media buzzed with heated debates, and newsrooms scrambled to keep up with the fast-moving developments. For many politicians, their reputations and careers were on the line, with every decision and statement under intense scrutiny. Analysts speculated on possible defections, while party leaders worked behind the scenes to secure crucial votes. At the heart of the debate, the opposition insisted that the Prime Minister lacked both a clear mandate from the people and a coherent plan to address Thailand's mounting challenges. This echoed past moments in Thai history when governments have fallen under similar pressure. This was more than just a disagreement over policy. It was a direct and public challenge to the Prime Minister's authority, leadership, and vision for the country's future. The outcome would not only determine the fate of Anutin's government, but also set the tone for Thailand's political direction in the months ahead. The no-confidence vote quickly became a lightning rod for public frustration, channeling the hopes and anger of citizens and forcing a national reckoning that the government could no longer ignore. For many Thais, this was not just about politics. It was about the future of their country and whether real change was finally within reach. Why is Thai politics so unstable? To understand the turbulence, we need to look back at decades of coups, court interventions, and deep-rooted rivalries. Since the end of absolute monarchy in 1932, Thailand has experienced more than a dozen successful military coups, one of the highest numbers in the world. Each time the military has promised stability, but the cycle of intervention has only deepened the uncertainty. The courts and the military have become powerful arbiters, often overruling the will of the people. The 2006 and 2014 coups, for example, ousted elected governments led by Thaksin Shinawatra and his allies, citing corruption and threats to the monarchy. The Constitutional Court has repeatedly dissolved major parties, banned politicians, and shaped the political landscape from behind the scenes. In recent years, prime ministers have come and gone at a dizzying pace. Thaksin's sister, Yingluck Shinawatra, was removed by the courts in 2014. Paetongtarn Shinawatra, Thaksin's daughter, was suspended amid legal challenges. Sretha Thavisin, a business leader turned politician, was also ousted. Now, Anutin Charnvirakul leads a fragile coalition, but his position is anything but secure. No leader feels safe, and every government is built on shaky alliances. Major parties like Pheu Thai, Move Forward, and Bhumjai Thai must form coalitions with rivals, making trust scarce and compromise difficult. The constant threat of collapse hangs over every administration, as coalition partners can switch sides or be dissolved by court order. The real conflict is a tug-of-war between the royalist military establishment and populist movements, often linked to the Shinawatra family. The Pheu Thai party, with its rural support base, has repeatedly clashed with conservative forces. Meanwhile, the Move Forward party, popular among young urban voters, has faced legal threats and dissolution attempts for its reformist agenda. Coups, mass protests, and a powerful judiciary mean elected leaders can be removed at any moment. The 2020 youth-led protests called for reform of the monarchy and constitution, shaking the establishment and leading to crackdowns. The threat of sudden upheaval is always present, making it hard for any government to focus on long-term policies or reforms. So, a no-confidence vote isn't just politics. It's another chapter in Thailand's ongoing struggle to define its democracy. Until the underlying power struggles between the old guard and reformist forces are resolved, Thai politics will likely remain as unpredictable and dramatic as ever. Why now? Why did the government choose this exact moment to call for a vote? The answer lies in a perfect storm of political, economic, and social pressures that had been building for months, along with some behind-the-scenes maneuvering that pushed the crisis to a head. A Newton's coalition was already crumbling, with partners openly unhappy and the opposition sensing weakness. Tensions within the ruling alliance had reached a breaking point, with public disagreements and backroom deals falling apart. In the weeks leading up to the vote, several coalition MPs were rumored to be in secret talks with opposition leaders, fueling speculation of imminent defections. The economy was faltering, public confidence was low, and the opposition hammered the government for lacking solutions. Every day Thais felt the pinch: rising prices, job losses, and a sense that the government was out of touch with their struggles. Recent financial scandals, including allegations of misused COVID relief funds, only deepened the public's frustration. Rising border tensions with Cambodia gave critics more ammunition, painting the government as weak on national security. The public grew anxious as news of skirmishes and heated rhetoric dominated headlines, fueling further uncertainty. Opposition leaders seized the moment, with one prominent MP declaring, "This government has failed to protect our borders and our people." As support fractured, the Prime Minister faced a real threat of losing the vote. Allies began to distance themselves, and rumors of defections swirled through the halls of Parliament. In a leaked audio clip, a senior coalition member was heard questioning the Prime Minister's leadership, further stoking the drama. In a bold move, he dissolved Parliament and called snap elections, hoping to reset the game and win a stronger mandate. It was a calculated risk, betting that a fresh start could rally supporters and silence critics. The Prime Minister stated, "The people must decide who should lead Thailand through these challenging times." It was a last-ditch effort to regain control, a gamble that could either save his leadership or end his political career. Political analysts noted that the timing was no accident. It was a strategic attempt to catch the opposition off guard before they could fully unite. The crisis became a national referendum on who should lead Thailand next, with the entire country watching and waiting to see what the future would hold. Political chaos isn't just a spectacle, it hits ordinary Thais hard. For many, the impact is felt every single day, in ways both big and small. Instability means stalled projects, lost investment, and uncertainty for families trying to plan their futures. In 2023 alone, foreign direct investment dropped by nearly 15%, and over 10,000 small businesses reported closures due to political uncertainty. Women are especially affected, as policies supporting healthcare, childcare, and equality often get sidelined during government shakeups. One mother in Chiang Mai shared, "When the government changes, the free school lunch program disappears. My kids go hungry." Promises made to improve daily life can vanish overnight with each new administration. A young entrepreneur in Bangkok said, "I invested everything in my cafe, but when the government changed, the support loans were canceled. I had to close." The constant churn erodes trust, leaving people cynical and disengaged. According to a recent survey, over 60% of Thais say they no longer believe politicians' promises. For many, it feels like progress is always just out of reach. As one elderly resident put it, "We've seen so many promises, but our lives stay the same." So, what's next for Thailand? With parliament dissolved, the country is heading into snap elections, an event that could reshape Thailand's political landscape. Experts say the stakes are higher than ever, with new parties and alliances emerging, and the possibility of a generational shift in leadership. There are several possible scenarios. A clear victory for reformist parties could usher in long-awaited changes, while a divided result might lead to coalition wrangling and continued instability. Some analysts warn of potential legal challenges or even street protests if the results are contested. A decisive win could bring stability and renewed investor confidence, but another fractured outcome risks prolonging the cycle of uncertainty. Political scientists predict that the next government's ability to deliver on reforms will be closely watched, both at home and abroad. Why should the world care? Thailand is a key player in Southeast Asia, and its political direction impacts global trade routes, regional security, and the future of democracy in the region. International observers are already monitoring the elections for transparency and fairness. As one expert puts it, what happens in Bangkok doesn't stay in Bangkok, it sends ripples across Asia and beyond. The outcome could influence everything from foreign investment to diplomatic relations. This is democracy in action, messy, unpredictable, and vital to watch. The world will be watching Thailand's next move. Stay tuned for what could be a turning point in the nation's history.